Alright, so this is the G1 phone. Alright, it has a touch screen, these 5 buttons along the bottom. The middle one is a cursor control, and then a 6th menu button above that. The phone opens to reveal a keyboard, and we'll be looking at that when we take pictures. And let's just turn it off and start the process right from when the phone powers on. Okay, so to power on the phone, you just hold down the red button for a few seconds. Okay, that's the boot screen. And we have to wait a little while for it to boot up.
Okay.
No, we won't. We're going to leave everything in, including what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, so we get to this home screen by clicking the menu button after the phone turns on. And there's actually 3 home screens here, and you'll notice that they all have the same look. We did that on purpose so that no matter where we start, we'll always see the same things. The 2 applications that we're going to want people to use is the survey application here on the left and the survey submit application here on the right. So let's start with the surveyor application, and you'll notice that when that comes up, it'll show a survey that it has already loaded, and we can just click the Take Survey button. The button turns orange when it's pressed. And now you'll see a series of questions related to the survey. We can scroll through the survey by just touching the screen and moving up, or touching the screen and moving down. You'll notice at the very bottom there's a Submit Survey button. We'll get to those and close in on them later. For now, let's just put the phone down a little and zoom into the survey itself. Okay. So we'll have a series of questions like this. For example, a simple yes/no answer. Have you used the agricultural tip service before? And when we click on the options, we'll get the 2 yes/no options there, and we can click no, for example, and that'll change the answer to that question. Other questions might require a bit of text to be entered. For example, at what cost would you be more likely to use this service? So for example, here we would click on that text box, and that allows us to enter some text. Now, to enter the text, what we need to do is open the phone. That'll change the screen orientation so that it's lined up with the keyboard, and then we can enter an amount with the keyboard. Okay? After we're done, we can close the phone or continue with it open. It's actually either way is possible. And now we can continue down looking at the questions. We can skip over some. I'm going to just go down to some other questions down here, like this one, take a photo. And to take photo, a question that requires a photo to be taken, for example, would you mind adding a picture of yourself? Here I can click the button, and that will prepare the camera to capture a picture. I now have to hold up the phone, and what we need to do here is really open it to get the picture to be oriented correctly. And you'll see that this is the edge of the table that I'm holding the phone on. And and I'm going to just take a picture of that. So capture a picture, and then if I'm happy with that picture, I click to save that picture, or I can try again. Okay? Now this green square appears signifying that a picture has been obtained. It'll take a little while for that green square to go away and be replaced with the picture. Okay? I may need to scroll to get it to refresh. Okay. Now I can continue down to some other questions. You'll notice here there's one that asks, at what location was this survey completed? And we can ask the phone to measure its location. And so I'm going to click that button, and you'll see some coordinates there for Seattle, Washington appear automatically in that box. So there's nothing that needs to be entered for that, just the pressing of the button to measure. As I continue, let's say I'm completed my survey now, I can hit the Submit Survey button at the end, and when I've done that, the survey will just go back to the surveyor home screen and allow you to do it again. Now, once we've completed a survey or a set of surveys, what we want to do is just go back to the home screen so that we can run the Submit Survey application. To do that, what we're going to do is either press the Home button or the Back button, which gets us back to the home screen. Here we'll just select the Survey Submit application, and you'll notice, I'll read it for you if it's hard to read. It says, preparing to submit, please wait. Attempting to submit one survey, because we've just completed one survey. And as it does the surveys, it'll give a progress indication that it's proceeding. Now this may take a little while depending on how many pictures are in the surveys. If there's a lot of photographs, of course the transfer time will be more significant. In this case it says survey sent successfully and finish sending surveys. There's no more to send. So at this point we can hit the back button again and go back to the home screen, and we can repeat the process. Now of course we can submit multiple surveys before we go to the Survey Submit application. For example, if we're in an area without connectivity, we may actually submit many surveys, and then only once the phone reaches a new area where there is connectivity will we be able to submit the surveys. Okay, so that concludes our presentation of our application. Thank you.